Let me come back to Mark's point about, picking ivosidenib for the previously untreated patient, maybe an older patient who couldn't tolerate myelosuppression. How about the patients who've had MDS and been on a hypomethylating agent? Is that another niche for the IDH inhibitors?
So I can't comment from trial data. There are trial data looking at, for example, IDH inhibitors, as you know, in MDS. You all have used it. I know you have. I have. And actually, it works. It's highly effective. It's the same disease. Who cares if it's 9% blasts? It's going to be the same disease. In fact, my impression is it works a little better than if it's AML. If you've got an IDH mutant high-grade MDS, I love an IDH inhibitor in that setting, to be honest.
But that's basically what I'm asking, though. This is an MDS patient who progressed to AML, and now you find an IDH mutation. Do you add then to an HMA? Do you add an IDH inhibitor to an HMA?
No, I would probably go with the IDH inhibitor at that point. That's been my practice.
Panel, anyone dissent?
I mean, there's some data, that Amer presented at ASH, Amer Zaiden, showing the utility of addition of venetoclax to a hypomethylator failure MDS situation, and they were pretty, pretty promising data. Still real early, but I think it's a bit of a dealer's choice at that point.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have done AZA failed, add ven, oh look, it worked great. IDH failed, add AZA-ven, it worked great. AZA-ven failed, add IDH. We have choices.
Yeah, options. Yeah.
But I want to be very clear about Amer Zaiden's presentation about adding venetoclax to HMAs and HMA failure patients who still have MDS. What was most impressive to me about those responses that he saw was that these were mostly marrow CRs, what in AML we would call a morphologic leukemia-free state. And in his EHA presentation, he tried very hard to say, but there is some hematologic improvement, which he showed. But I would say that the real benefit there is if you have, these are high-risk patients, right? MDS progressing to AML, their only long-term outcome is going to be good if they undergo allo transplant. So it may be a way of cytoreducing the marrow and making your transplanter happy that the blasts are gone.
Yeah,
disease isn't.
I just did it with a guy who failed 3 cycles of AZA, was sent to me. We added ven. Great, his counts normalized. He looked like he was in CR. The marrow still shows MDS. He's going to transplant, but this is a high-risk transplant.
That happens with some frequency, actually. I do think that we should make the point, because you were talking about MDS transformations, there are perhaps a surprising proportion of patients with antecedent MPN who also seem to pop an IDH mutation. Yeah. And those patients have historically been particularly difficult to manage and get into remission. So that's another scenario where if you have an antecedent MPN, it may be worth it to wait an extra minute and get back your mutation studies.
Yeah, and the responses to the IDH inhibitors in those patients are extraordinary.
Really good. So yeah, that would be, and that's a group where other therapies are particularly not good. So there's no need to rush to launch something ineffective for those patients.